I would like to get something out into the public involving our police force. And this includes all police forces across the nation. If someone happens to prove that they were speaking the truth and they had evidence of a product being bought online on their behalf, for the delivery driver to only withhold it due to not having a product code, to take it away only to deliver it again tomorrow when I get the code, is technically theft. I don't care what anyone has to say. I don't care about your fancy laws under the police force. I know the 10 Commandments. I had evidence on emails to suggest that these products were actually in fact bought on my behalf. And I held the delivery driver accountable and responsible for taking a product that did not belong to him. That is theft. I have free will. I know the law. And I don't care what any of you have to say, to this video. You can even talk amongst yourselves. And that's for one of the officers that came, to sort the situation out earlier on today. You ever, and I mean ever, look at me with that disgusted, envious and jealous look. Next time, I will come down on you so hard with the wrath of God, you will have no choice but to leave my presence. I'm just about sick and tired of the law. This corrupt law under the scribes, the Pharisees, the Romans, and only God knows what other degenerative, unbiblical character, as you will. I've just about had enough of them abusing their free will, trying to convince me that I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, really? I don't think so. Code or no code, my debate today was, I had evidence. I had evidence on email links that could actually in fact align with this particular said product. Yet he still denied me my product, all because the code was actually in fact sent to somebody else that ordered it for me. Now, code or no code, the evidence was there. The proof was there. I was speaking the truth the entire time. And I was having my free will abused by each and every one of you involved. I don't care what your job role is within the police force. You look at me with an envious and jealous look like that again. I will reveal God's wrath, and I will knock you so hard on your ass and remind you as to who's really in charge. It isn't you that are above the law, thinking that you're God's gift, abusing your free will by spewing some fancy words, as you will, that the police use as a part of the law. None of that crap interests me. What, do you think that that's going to save your souls on Judgment Day? Oh yeah, do you think that all of this is going to save your souls on Judgment Day? If you're not already living within fear, you best be. Believe. There is a God and there is a Jesus Christ, the Son, who so died for the sins of mankind so that mankind can get to pick up the spiritual cross, die to their worldly programmed satanic ways, to be given the chance to live again. Not under the law, but under God's will. And God's will involves free will. Now, I don't care as to who's watching this video. Each and every one of you, you can abuse your free wills until the cows come home if you want, but you are not within your right to abuse my free will after I have given you the truth. The only ones that were trying to deceive me today were every one of you involved. It wasn't me. Therefore, each and every one of you will reap the consequences to your actions. I thought I could actually trust the officer that looked at me within this satanic way. You let me down. You let me down. You're not a follower of Jesus Christ, nor are you a disciple. You go around acting as though you're above the law, when in reality, you're not above the law. Because you're just like me and everybody else within today's society. You have free will. You're under God's will. Now let this be a life lesson. I've tried warning people of the consequences to their actions. I'm not coming to save any of you when your lives are extremely difficult and they're beginning to weigh you down up to the point where you are drowning spiritually. I'm not going to save any of you. I tried giving you the biblical truth, but yet you still, to this day, feel it necessary to abuse my free will. Full well knowing that I was speaking the truth. You reap what you sow, people. Don't mistake my unconditional love and forgiveness as a sign of weakness, because I also have God's wrath and I will reveal it. As a matter of fact, I will reveal it so hard, I will leave each and every one of you crying yourselves to sleep at night with your tails tucked between your legs. Like the scared little girls and boys that you really are. Like I said, people have free will. If they want to abuse theirs, then you go right ahead, crack right on. You will reap the consequences and the punishments to your actions. But do not, and I mean do not, go around abusing my free will. And do not abuse my spiritual boundaries. You see this face right here? This isn't a face of worldly anger. This is a face of wrath and fury. Look into my eyes. You're not above the law, like I said. And you're in for one rude awakening, pal. One rude awakening. My advice: pick up that spiritual cross, wave that spiritual white flag within surrender, and give your life unto God the Father through His Son, Jesus Christ, via the Holy Spirit. I'm not fooled by the physical appearance. I go by spirits. And whether you want to believe this or not, champ, you have a soul just like myself. And you are intoxicating your soul with all of these demonic entities coming at me by giving me those filthy looks. You're not above the law. You're under God's grace. And if you continue going around wearing your badge as though it's above your head, what God gives, He can take away. Oh yeah, you best believe, what God gives, He can and will take away. And this is why I see so many people crawling back every time, crying for my presence, pleading for my presence. Gee, I wonder why that could possibly be. Because they know that they've done me dirty. They know they have done me wrong. And they know they've been exposed. They know that the satanic system is mere to destruction. They know that it is on the verge of collapse. And they are crying like the scared little bitches that they are. End of discussion.